Alright, so I just got these two things from a thrift store yesterday, and we'll talk about them piece by piece, but I want to talk about the first thing first, which is the GameCube, because I feel like this is the thing that's more important, because it's definitely the most unique, because it's something it has. So you just see your typical GameCube in black. No, I did not get this controller with it, or the cables. The cables weren't part of it. It was $10 as is because the seller didn't get the cables. So for $10 I figured I'd gamble on it because I knew I had those. And so if it worked, I scored. If not, oh well, I gotta flip it somehow and get rid of it. So yeah, if you take a look at this, it's black. A little beat to shit, but whatever, it's typical. You think this is your standard GameCube, but it's not. Take a look at the back of this one. Digital AV on, analog AV out. This is one of the original freaking units with the component video. Yeah, this one is common, but not the easiest to find. So you can't jack the price on these up. If they jack the price up on them, don't buy them. Just don't support this crap. Please. If you really, really want the component port, you're better off finding a non-gouged unit. Because these are easy enough to find if you look hard. You don't need to pay someone's overpriced eBay price or someone's overpriced Craigslist or Goodwill prices. Which 9 times out of 10 Goodwill will price their shit anyway, so go figure with them. But that's not the point of the video. I could rant all day about thrift store pricing. But let's see if the thing works. I'll save my thrift store rants for another video, but most of it's directed towards Goodwill. Surprise, surprise. Well, it loads, so that's good. It plays video and all that, so good. And it loads the game just fine. So it plays this fine, so let's try another game. So once again, this plays, so I'm going to say this thing works, but I'm not going to say for sure yet. I'm really confident it will last though, at least, so that's good. Now onto this. An external hard drive I got for $3. It works as you see, it powers on, but I didn't get the power cord or cable with it. I just happened to have printer cables laying around. I get those up the ass, and I stole the power supply from my dad for the video, so I can test this really quick. Now the question is, will it read the data? And will it mount stuff? Okay, so it mounts its backup drive to E. Open files to view using Windows Explorer. And it works. It just has no data on it. Okay, truth is, this thing worked. I knew this in advance, as you've seen there. But I had the format. That's how I knew it worked. Because the previous owner didn't like this thing. So it was $3 as is, because they didn't have a power supply with it. So honestly, I don't know. I just don't. I'm not worried about it. Look, I'll figure out later if it's a keeper or it's unstable, but I'm not going to say if this is a total keeper yet. I had still to look into it and all that. But yeah, let's take a look at the capacity, shall we? 298 gigs. Probably 320 if I was to guess, because NTFS takes up a lot of fucking space to start with. So, yeah, that isn't helping this one bit. So yeah, there's my thrift store finds. External hard drive that's probably around 320 gigabytes. And a GameCube that works, which is with the component video input, so yeah. These are easy to find if you look hard and you know where to. But if you don't, they can be difficult. So just look around, you'll find one eventually. You don't need to pay eBay gouge prices to get the component port. Not to mention, it's relatively worthless anyway, unless you have the special cable, so I wasn't really looking for one with it. I just came across this one by accident. Yeah, I didn't really, I'm not going to really use it unless I can find the cable cheap or get the backwards compatible one. But if I do, I'll definitely use it. It's not a bit, yeah, if I can get a cable for this component, and it's new or something and they make it, or if I can buy one that's not overpriced and it's the original GameCube cable, I will certainly get the cable for it. But I don't know if I will yet. But it's nice to know mine can. Okay, so that's the end of the video.